Let's talk small, inexpensive LED lighting, because a lot of people think that they need a ton of big, huge lights in order to light a interview or light a person. But sometimes if you got a quick run and gun pocket LED light, you can get it done. These cameras are really good in low light, and sometimes you need just a little bit to either accent the person or just as a fill light. I often use these as a hair light, or if I can get the person close to the sun, I'll use this as a fill light. So these three lights are wonderful for that, and we're going to talk about them today. So the first light is by a company called Nice Photo. This model number is SL80A. And what's weird is they stopped me at NAB to get me to get their light and demo their light and use their light. And I've had some time to play with it. And, you know, there's some things I like about it and some things I don't. We're going to go over that a little bit. Let's talk specs. First, it has a 2500 milliamp battery in it. It also has a CRI rating of 96 plus, so it's perfect for photography, video. It is a bicolor light with a built-in battery. It charges via a USB port, and it's very simple to operate. What you do is you power the device on. It will tell you how much power it has and what your color temperature is. So right now we're at 60%. Our color temperature is 5500 and how much battery it has left. And you can change that by hitting the mode button. Right now it's allowing me to change my color temperature, and I'll cut that up or cut it down. Hit the mode button again, and I'm able to turn down the power output in increments of 5%. So right now we're at 0%. It started 10%. And then it go from 5% up from there. And like I said, that is a bicolor light. It's a decent light. It's at it's about $43 at the time of this particular video. And it is about 1,000 lumens. So it's bright, but not super bright compared to the other ones we have here. And let's compare the size of that to my iPhone X. I don't have the X Max, just a traditional iPhone X. And it's about the size of an iPhone X, but a little thicker than the iPhone X. Now, a few things I'm not too crazy about. The battery tends to not be as accurate as I would like it to be. Like for instance, I've had it charging all night, and it's still not saying that it's full. It's saying that it's at about 90%. And it's been on the charger for probably about 2 days now. This particular light comes with a grid and a light dampener, a light diffuser. I didn't get one because, like I said, they just handed it to me and said, hey, take the light you have off your camera and use our light if you're going to walk around and film. So I had a chance to get it pretty much, and play with it and keep it for a few months. And, it's definitely a workhorse in my work bag. I'll post a link in the description. Now, staying with the same theme, this is the Iwata. It is a 117 LED bicolor light. This is probably the brightest light. And look how small it is compared to my iPhone X. It's pretty small. It's pretty thin. One of my favorite lights for a few reasons. Definitely for a few reasons. One is its brightness. It is very, very bright compared to the other lights, and it is the brightest light compared to the other lights. I also like what's displayed as far as information in the screen. Right now it's telling me, even though it's not on, we're not wasting battery life trying to figure out what we're getting ready to set up. I have, at 100% and 5500 Kelvin, I got an hour worth of battery life left, and I love that feature. And as you can see, if I cut down, I can cut down on the percentage, the battery life or time for battery will go up. So now I have 2.0 7 hours worth of battery life at 40%. And that's a big deal for a light that's this bright. Once I get it set up on the setting I want, I can then hit the power button again. And now I have light, pretty bright. And I have, 5.7 hours of battery life running at 25%, which is still pretty bright. It's great if I want to light something on this table or use it as an accent light. That is also a bicolor light. It has a CRI rating of 96 plus, so a little bit better than the previous light, a little bit better quality of light. And this light only goes for about 75 bucks on Amazon, and it is a solid light. Comes in a few colors too if you want it in different colors, but what I love about it is just that it is little. I mean, look how little it is compared to my iPhone X. This is not an X Max. This is a regular X. It's just a little bitty light with great battery light, perfect for outdoors because it's pretty bright. It's a great fill light for outdoors. Not crazy bright. Don't get out of control. It's a little pocket-sized light. It's not going to replace a 1K. However, it will replace something small. It also comes with a diffuser that snaps on that helps soften the light. Of course, it's going to reduce the light, but you still get a soft light from this particular light, this particular LED light, and it's perfect for situations when you need to add just a little light to the frame or to the person. I've shot interviews with pocket lights and have blown people away. I've shown up with one backpack with lights, little mini light stands and everything, and shot it and blown people away. Especially with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera because it's so good in low light and you can get some really good shots that are very contrasty with that particular setup. So this is the brightest of the bunch, believe it or not. And it's just a great light with the LED screen that shows you everything right on the screen. It's solid build, solid metal, remind me of like an iPhone 5 or something. And it's just a good light. I like it a lot. Nice buttons on the top. Pretty solid. Now, this is the Cadillac of small LED lights. This is the Bowling P1. It is a RGB light, so you know what that means. We're going to get multiple colors out of this thing, as well as different light temperatures. But let's start with one super dope thing about this light, and that is the mount that comes with it, right? You can flip this, mount it like that, connect this at the bottom. If you want, mount it vertically. This little mount allows you to mount it however you want. And that's what's the first great thing about it. The second great thing about it is the build quality. It's solid, super solid, like metal. It has a nice diffused soft light cover so that you can, your light is soft and beautiful as it comes out the front of the light. It has a lot of controls, as you can see here, knobs to go up and down. You have your power button on top. This charges via USB-C. The other two charges via standard mini USB, not micro. Again, once you hit the little lever to cut this thing on, you got logo, it lights up. It's telling you, hey, you're at 5400 Kelvin and your dimmer is at 80%. You're also at full battery. So I can dim it to 100% or cut it down. Now this is 1400 lumens. It's in between the other two lights, but it's still enough power to be creative and do great things with it. And I really like this light. Now you can choose between different modes. Right now I got it dimmed down a little bit, but you can change your hue to choose which color you want, and you can change your saturation as well. You can also change the brightness of it, of course. I got it on the lowest so it'll show up perfectly. And what's cool about this is it has other modes and you can do other things with it. So it has modes that will simulate fire. It has modes that will simulate lightning. It'll simulate TV So if you want to put this on someone and act like you're watching TV, you would just click on the hit the button in for function. Oops. Hit the set button, and then you have different modes here that you can choose from. So right now, we're just going with the standard. I think it's a police car setting. And you have different modes you can choose from here. You got different police car settings, or like that's just your standard car on the side of the road. But you can use these to simulate, you know, they got A, B, C, different modes per setting for your lighting setting. So that's going to be your lighting setting. I got the dimmer down low so I can control, you know, how much it does. But this retails for about $150, but you get a lot in this package. That's too bright. Okay, I just blinded myself. But you get a lot in the package. This has a 2930 milliamp battery on it. And because it's USB-C, it charges the fastest out of the group. It also comes with a nice thick carrying case that the others do not come with. So that's something to keep in mind at the price point when you're looking for, you know, a small LED. The CRI rating is 96 with this one. So it's pretty accurate. And anything that's RGB is typically pretty accurate because they can go in and just add and pull some color. You get some pretty cool features out of it. Again, it's not the brightest, but you get features that make up for that 600 lumens of light that this particular baby put out. And to get that, you got to keep in mind when you're talking bicolor lights, to get the maximum output, you have to know the sweet spot as far as what Kelvin, normally around 4,500 Kelvin, that will allow both lights to come on equally to put out their maximum output to get the maximum lighting out of this. So you're not going to, it's not like a single color light. A single color light max output is giving you everything. A bicolor light is giving you both lights at 100%. So it's, you know, they're typically, you know, a single color 5,500 Kelvin light can give you 1,000 lumens. A bicolor at that same Kelvin will give you 500 because it's splitting up its lights. It's splitting up each LED light with another color light. So it doesn't have a full array of one color. So that's, you know, for this to give you, you know, 1,400 lumens is still remarkable, and you're still getting RGB. I love anything that's RGB. It allows me to be creative, and I absolutely love having RGB lights. It's almost the only type of light I will invest in because I can do so much with it and create so much with a beautiful RGB light. So again, you have all three lights. I will post links to the description. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and talk to you guys about the little mini lights that I use, because mini lights are huge. They're blowing up. They're doing great things, and people are starting to see the value of them and what they can do with them. You know, again, pros and cons to this one right here. RGB, great battery, decently bright, really good mount, comes with the case, USB-C charging really fast. This is the Lamborghini, the Cadillac of small lights, even compared to the aperture lights. Well, they just came out with some RGB lights and they're good, but the mount alone, I mean, look how solid that mount is. The mount alone is just beautiful. The light right here is a really good light. Iwata is a really good light, solid. You don't have a lot of mounting options. You got one there, and one, I think that's it. It's only one mounting option. Really small, great LED display, maximum light output, really good light output. And this is kind of in the middle. $42, you know, decently sized. It's okay. These two are probably, you know, the two top in class. But those are really good LED lights for guys that are looking to add accent light, add a hair light with something that can fit in their pocket and they can charge it. And, you know, you don't have to worry about it. And that's what we use here at Flash Film Media, and we love them. All right, guys, if you got any questions about these, please post them below and I will get right to it. I just want to jump on here and show you guys what we're using. And I'll post links in the description, and I will see you guys next video.